What's up guys, Demon Killer back again with another DIY e-liquid recipe. This is episode 5 of Mixing with Black, and today we are going to be doing Caranut cookie. This is basically a caramel peanut butter cookie. Um, I add 4% Bavarian cream to it, which just gives the overall vape like a much better body and much better mouthfeel. Also adds like an overall creaminess to it, which you don't really get from the other ingredients. It doesn't really change any of the flavor so much. It gives a better feel to the overall recipe. This is one of the bigger recipes we've done. It's got 4 ingredients and it is sitting at 14% flavor concentration. Well, yeah, the flavor concentrates and it's sitting at 14%. So it's an extremely flavorful vape, and you could smell this from a mile away. Like if you vape this in your car and then you get out of your car and you get back in your car, it will just smell like someone's been eating cookies in your car the whole time you were gone. It's a really good recipe. It's actually one of my first recipes that, to be honest, was just spot on. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. And next up will be the flavor card, and we will then get to the mixing. All ingredients, as usual, were bought from blackvapor.co.za. We'll see you guys with the mix. And we're back. So for this recipe we're using Goldnick, we have Bavarian cream, we have cookie from Flavor Art, Bavarian creams from TFA. We have a big bottle of peanut butter from TFA as well, and we have a bottle of caramel original also from TFA, VGPG as always, and pipette scale bottle. Boom, done. So, pros and cons to this recipe. The con is that once you put this thing in a tank or a whatever, dripper, anything, good luck getting the taste out for at least like 2 tags. Because like I said, this is a super flavorful vape. So if you want to get rid of the flavor, I would rewick. That's just me. So yeah, when you 1.31 grams of nicotine. This is at 2.5 milligrams. Last video I said percent, it is not percent, it is milligrams per milliliter. But anyway, that was my bad. Hopefully you guys are smart enough to not try and make 3% nicotine, because that may very well make you sick. But I'm pretty sure anyone watching this is smart enough to know better and to know that I made a mistake with my words. I am an e-liquid mixer, I'm not a public speaker, fortunately or unfortunately. Okay, we're gonna go straight with the flavors this time. I might be wearing the same clothes because I recorded this on the same day, but we'll mix it up in another way. So we'll add the PG at the end with the VG. So we're gonna start off with the Bavarian cream, which is at 0.85%, well, grams, not percent, 0.85 grams. And like I said in the intro, you can leave this out if you want. If you're not a fan of creams, that is perfectly fine. But I personally feel that it rounds off the recipe quite nicely. And yeah, it's just my personal opinion. But as always with the DIY, you guys can mix it up if you want, do something different. That is entirely up to you. Next up we have caramel original from TFA. This is at 3% and we're doing 0.63 grams. For those of you out there who mix by volume, there's nothing wrong with that. I just find it a little bit more accurate to mix by weight. Oh, this caramel is amazing. The caramel original. Like the second you drop this in, it just smells incredible. Close enough. Oh, yeah. Almost 0.63. Scale doesn't quite know what it wants, but that's fine, that's fine. So next up we have Cookie from Flavor Art. Um, the original recipe for this I used the graham cracker clear from TFA at the same percentage, also 3%. Um, but I found this a little bit more complete, to be honest, of a cookie. Like it's a much nicer cookie. So that is why we're using the cookie from Flavor Art, and that is at 0.6. Oh yeah, but now it's starting to smell like a caramel cookie. Well, obviously, because I've added caramel and cookie, but it is a really, really good smell and a really, really good taste, to be honest. Really is one of my favorite dessert flavors. Well, one of my favorite dessert flavors that I've made. I haven't really tried a whole load of other dessert flavors, but the ones that I have tried, meh, not too impressed. I mean, I don't believe I'm the best mixer in the world, but I mix to what I like, and I think that's why DIY is so important, because, like, I mean, I like caramel, I like cookies, I like peanut butter, but I might not like the strawberry cookies, or I might not like banana and peanut butter, or whatever. I do like banana and peanut butter, but it's just an example. Um, but yeah, now we have the peanut butter, which is at 4%, is 0.8. Ooh, close enough. Oh man. Whew, and that peanut butter definitely, oh, the second it hits there, you could definitely smell the saltiness of the peanut butter. And to me, that is one of the things that sets peanut butter apart from pretty much any other vape concentrate, is that a little bit of saltiness in a sweet recipe can really kick things up quite a bit. A lot of people don't think about it, but you think about salted caramel, it's like one of the world's most popular flavors right now, because the salt with the caramel just makes the caramel stand out 10 times more than it would on its own. And I feel like it's the same thing with peanut butter, like peanut butter and caramel, peanut butter and like cookies, peanut butter and banana. Something about the saltiness that just kicks up the sweetness a whole nother level. Okay, so we're doing the PG now, 3.32 grams. This is a 70-30 mix. 332. Close enough. And now the VG 1635. 16.35 grams. Sorry if you guys hear the dogs barking in the background, such is life. I'm not one of those people who will have my dog's voice box removed. I think that's one of the most inhumane things that can be done to an animal. But that's just me. My dogs kind of live like humans. My girlfriend hates it, but that is how I treat my animals. I treat my animals as if they were part of the family, because otherwise, why have them in the first place? Let someone who wants the animal have it, if you're not interested in giving it a good life. That's my sentiments on it. But anyway, back to e-liquid. So 16.35 VG. And we're almost there. Come on. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. And then we go way over. Whatever, life goes on. Never hurts to have a little bit extra VG or PG. The only thing I wouldn't necessarily want to go over with too much is a very strong flavor, none of which I've used here, count as that, or the nicotine. Everything else, meh. A little bit of extra PG, a little bit of extra VG, a little bit of extra flavoring is not going to kill you. It's not even going to really change the effect of your vape all that much, if at all, when we're talking a couple hundredths of a gram or thousandths of a gram. Like, it ain't going to make too much difference. And there we go, got a nice light color to this. It's not quite clear like the other ones have been so far. There's a slight color to it. By the time it's completely steeped, I would say this needs at least a 5-day steep. It could always go longer. I would say maybe 7 days if you really, really wanted to mellow out. But I would say to start, 5 days. Just to let that cream come out. If you haven't put the Bavarian cream in, then I would take it down to maybe 3 days just to let everything blend together nicely. But yeah, that is the Caranut cookie. And looking quite nice. Nicely mixed up there. Got some nice bubbles. And let me move you guys back up to the top so that we can have a little bit of a vape on this. Boom, that was a little bit more successful than last time. And I don't have VG all over my hands, I don't have VG all over the scales, so more successful than episode 4 at this point. But whatever, we all make mistakes, and I'm not a professional. I do not profess to be a professional. I am just a man with a very specific set of skills. But yeah. Whew, damn, that smells strong. Like I said, this is a very potent flavor. Like, there's very little to hide about this. You want to stealth vape this, and you want someone who doesn't like the smell of it, that you cannot hide this from them. Yeah, right off the bat, it's a bit heavy on the peanut butter, but that does settle out quite quickly. Also, the caramel is going to take at least 2 days to come out, guys. I just want to emphasize on that. Like, caramels, I've noticed, take at least 2 days for the heavy sweetness and that like stickiness. It's crazy. This vape, you'll end up with sticky lips, and you walk around and you'll taste caramel on your lips. It's amazing. It's so good. But it is going to take about 2 days for that caramel to come out. So just bear that in mind. If you mix it up and taste it straight away, you're not going to get as much of the caramel. It's going to be a lot more peanut buttery. But even for something that I've just mixed, it's pretty good. Definitely not a bad vape at all. In fact, one of the nicer vapes. And definitely, in my opinion, one of the better vapes that I could have done first for the Mixing with Black series in the dessert category. Because, man, it's sweet, it's desserty, there is nothing missing from this, really. I mean, if you want to add a bit of fruit to it, you could maybe do a bit of banana, or maybe a little bit of strawberry, maybe even a bit of dragon fruit. I'm actually quite a huge fan of dragon fruit. But, as it is, absolutely fabulous. Anyway, guys, as usual, this has been episode 5 of Mixing with Black, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.